While.
While.
Good. Whilst.
Whilst.
Excellent. Good. So we can use while and whilst instead of whereas. We generally use whereas the most when we speak. And to remind you of whereas, so whereas means but or like when we're comparing two different things. Okay. What other words can we use instead of whereas? What other words can we use instead of whereas? We can use
whilst or while.
Not whilst or while and whilst.
While and whilst
instead of
whereas.
Beautiful. Which word do we use the most when we speak? Which word do we use the most when we speak? We generally use
whereas the most when we speak.
Excellent, Kim. Old. New. Excellent. Okay, so old means not new. Yeah, it has been around for a long time, like my journal here, my book. Okay, and new means not old. It was made or bought recently, like my new phone here. Okay, so this is old, this is new. And let's think of your building here, because we're doing an online class. Think of your house right now and pretend I'm here there with you. Is this an old building we're in at the moment? Is this an old building we're in at the moment? Yes, no?
No.
No, this isn't.
No, this isn't an old building we're in now.
No, we're now in at the moment.
At the moment.
Excellent, good, okay. Are your shoes new? Are your shoes new? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, my shoes?
Yes, my shoes are new.
Beautiful, good. Okay, older than.
Older than.
Newer than.
Newer than.
Okay, so we're now looking at the comparative for old and new, which is older than, newer than, and we're comparing two things. So now your shoes are quite new. Let's pretend your shirt is older. Let's pretend your shirt is newer than your shoes. Okay. Is your shirt older than your shoes? Is your shirt older than your shoes? No, my shirt.
No, my shirt isn't older than my shoes.
It's newer.
It's newer than my shoes.
Excellent. Well done. Good. The oldest.
The oldest.
The newest.
The newest.
Beautiful. So now the superlative of old and new, which is the oldest and the newest. And we're saying the oldest before the vowel O. And we're saying the because of N, the consonant for newest. So what's the newest thing you're wearing? What's the newest thing you're wearing? My shoes are, my shirt is, My shirt is the newest thing I'm wearing. Good. And now let's try the plural with your shoes, and we'll say my shoes are. What's the newest thing you're wearing? What's the newest thing you're wearing? My shoes are. My shoes are the newest thing that I'm wearing. Things.
Pardon?
Yep, not thing. Things.
Things that I'm wearing.
Not that I'm wearing. Things I'm wearing.
I'm wearing.
Good. Let's try. What's the newest thing you're wearing? What's the newest thing you're wearing? My shoes are.
My shoes are the newest things I'm wearing.
Excellent. Old. Young. So we generally use old and new for things, whereas we generally use old and young for people. Okay. What's the difference between new and young? What's the difference between new and young? The difference between
new and young is that we use
new for things,
whereas we use young for
people. Excellent. Good job. Well done. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to share my screen here and we're going to look at the Brown family. Okay, so here Mr. Brown and we have Mrs. Brown, Jack Brown, Miss Brown. Is Miss Brown an old woman? Is Miss Brown an old woman? No, Miss Brown?
No, Miss Brown isn't an old woman. She's a young girl.
Excellent. Well done. Good. Okay. Are you, let's go to the new word here, younger than?
Younger than?
Good. So now we're looking at the comparative for younger, for young, which is going to be younger than. Okay. So are you older than your mother? Are you older than your mother? No, I'm not.
No, I'm not older than my mother. I'm younger.
Than my
mother.
Beautiful. Good. The youngest.
The youngest.
Excellent. Cool. So this is the youngest person The one with the not the highest age, the lowest age. So in your family, Kim, do you have any brothers or sisters, or just yourself?
No, it's just myself.
Okay, so we know who the youngest would be. All right. Who's the youngest person in your family? Who's the youngest person in your family? The youngest person?
The youngest person in my family is myself.